Hey there, gearheads! If you love 50s, 60s, and 70s American classics, our YouTube channel is made just for you. From muscle cars to vintage pickups, we bring you history, restorations, and pure nostalgia. Hit subscribe and support us. Let's keep the golden era of cars alive. Join the ride now. Cars Sparkle.
Number 3. The 1955 Lincoln Futura was a dream car built for show, but it ended up becoming one of the most recognizable vehicles in history, and even transformed into the Batmobile a decade later. Bold design, like no other designed by Bill Schmidt and built by Ghia of Italy, the Lincoln Futura was a true concept car. Long, low, wide, and dramatic. It featured huge double-canopy bubble windshields, inspired by fighter jets, and a shark fin rear end that screamed space age. The front grille had a unique mouth that looked aggressive and futuristic, while the body was finished in a striking pearlescent white, later painted red for promotional appearances. Tech that was way ahead of its time: push-button transmission, fully functional air conditioning, radar-based collision warning system, prototype idea. Its double canopy roof design gave each passenger a cockpit feel, and the curved windshields were among the first ever attempted on a car. Performance and engineering power came from a 368 cubic inch V8 engine, the same unit used in Lincoln's 1956 models, paired with a 3-speed automatic transmission. Though built for show, the car was fully drivable and regularly toured auto shows across the U.S. in the mid-1950s. The car sat on a modified Lincoln chassis, but almost every other aspect was custom crafted by Ghia. Hollywood fame, from Futura to Batmobile. After its concept life ended, the Futura sat in storage until George Barris, the famed Hollywood customizer, bought it from Ford for just $1. Yes, really. In 1966, when the Batman TV show needed a Batmobile, Barris converted the Futura into the most famous superhero car of all time, the original Batmobile. That car would go on to become a pop culture icon, instantly recognizable around the world. Legacy: only one Lincoln Futura was ever made. It's a one-off that left a massive impact on car design and television history. Its influence can be seen in the bubble-top designs of later concept cars, and in the way it bridged the worlds of automotive design and entertainment. The original Batmobile was later auctioned in 2013 for $4.6 million, making it one of the most valuable custom cars in history. Final thoughts. The 1955 Lincoln Futura was more than a concept car. It was a vision of the future, a piece of rolling art, and a symbol of the wild imagination of the 1950s. It lives on as the basis of the most famous car in TV history, and as a stunning reminder of when automakers dared to dream big. Would you like a YouTube thumbnail, short script, or retro poster-style image for this one? I can create that for you too.
Number 2. The 1938 Phantom Corsair wasn't just a concept. It was a radical leap into the future of automotive design, created in a time when most cars still looked like carriages. With a low-slung, spaceship-like body, this unique prototype stunned everyone and left a lasting impression on the world of car design. Designed by a visionary, the Phantom Corsair was the brainchild of Russ Heinz, heir to the Heinz food fortune. Yes, ketchup. Heinz was just 22 years old when he envisioned a sleek, aerodynamic luxury car that would break all the styling rules of the day. He worked with Maurice Schwartz of Bowman & Schwartz, a top coach building company in Pasadena, California, to bring the vision to life. It was powered by a 125 horsepower Lycoming V8 engine, modest by today's standards, but solid for the era. The Phantom Corsair had a top speed of around 115 miles per hour, 185 kilometers per hour, which was extremely fast for the time. Aerodynamics before it was cool. Its body was made of aluminum and steel, and its design was incredibly aerodynamic. No running boards, fender flares, or sharp edges. The low-profile, flat grille, and integrated headlights gave it a look decades ahead of its time. It had a smooth, spaceship-like silhouette that made it appear like something out of a science fiction film. Interior and seating inside, the Phantom Corsair could seat 6 people, 4 in front and 2 in the rear, thanks to a very wide cabin. The doors were electrically operated and the dashboard was packed with altimeter, compass, tachometer. Even the gear shift was electrically controlled. Silver screen fame. The car made its only major public appearance in the 1938 film Young and Heart, where it was dubbed the Flying Wombat. Its radical appearance made it look more like a spaceship than a car, helping it become an instant cult object among car lovers and futurists. A tragic ending. Unfortunately, Rust Hines died in a car accident just a year after completing the Phantom Corsair. His death meant the car never entered production, and the ambitious dream of mass-producing a car from the future died with him. Legacy: only one Phantom Corsair was ever built, and it now resides in the National Automobile Museum in Reno, Nevada. It's considered one of the most visionary concept cars of the pre-World War II era and a major influence on future automotive styling. The car continues to be celebrated for its bold design, futuristic features, and the remarkable story behind its creation. Final thoughts. The 1938 Phantom Corsair was way ahead of its time. So much so that even in the 1950s, it still looked like a car from the future. It wasn't just a vehicle, it was a statement of imagination, proving that great design could defy the limits of its era. Want a retro YouTube thumbnail, short video script, or a digital poster of the Phantom Corsair? Just say the word. Number 1. The 1957 Aurora Safety Car is often remembered more for its bizarre appearance than for its purpose. But beneath the odd exterior was a car decades ahead of its time. Created by a Catholic priest with a passion for saving lives, the Aurora was arguably the world's first car designed entirely around safety. Designed by a priest, the car was the brainchild of Father Alfred A. Giuliano, a Catholic priest from New York. Giuliano had a background in industrial design, and he poured his life savings into the Aurora project. He wanted to build a car that could protect passengers during crashes, which was not a popular idea in the 1950s when style and horsepower ruled the industry. Safety innovations, decades ahead of their time. The Aurora Safety Car included an incredible list of safety features, many of which wouldn't appear in mainstream cars until the 1970s or later. Roll cage built into the frame, seatbelts a rarity in the 50s, padded dashboard and interior surfaces, collapsible steering column, side impact bars, a spare tire placed up front to absorb frontal impact energy, swiveling seats that turn backward in a crash to protect occupants, bubble-like windshield designed to pop out safely on impact. Giuliano even envisioned foam-filled bumpers and a rear radar system to prevent rear-end collisions, features that wouldn't become common until decades later. The design. Wild and weird. The Aurora's styling was, to put it gently, polarizing. Its front end featured a massive rounded snout bumper and a raised section over the driver's seat. The unusual shape was meant to reduce pedestrian injuries and improve visibility. Critics called it ugly, and many thought it looked like a cartoon or alien spacecraft. Built on a 1953 Buick chassis, the prototype was incredibly heavy and awkward to drive. Cost and collapse. Giuliano hoped to produce the Aurora for about $12,000, an astronomical price at the time, equivalent to over $125,000 today. He showed off the prototype in 1957, but no investors were interested. Worse, the car broke down on the way to its debut due to mechanical issues. Giuliano ended up in debt, lost his church position, and was forced to abandon the project. Only one Aurora was ever built. Rediscovery and restoration. The original Aurora prototype sat in a Connecticut field for decades, rotting away. In the 1990s, it was rescued and partially restored by a British car enthusiast. Today, it remains a curiosity and a symbol of one man's dedication to safety, even if the execution was flawed. Legacy. Though never successful, the 1957 Aurora Safety Car deserves recognition as the first vehicle to prioritize crash protection over performance or aesthetics. predated mandatory seatbelts by years, inspired future innovations in automotive safety, proved that one individual with a mission could influence car design. Final thoughts. The Aurora Safety Car is one of those so crazy it's genius stories. Built by a priest, dismissed as a joke, but later hailed as a visionary concept, it challenged the auto industry to care more about human life than tail fins and chrome. It's not just a car, it's a moral machine, and that makes it unforgettable. Would you like a YouTube thumbnail, script, or poster design for the Aurora? I can help with that too.